Hello, 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 everybody. I am always like to go on a couple minutes early whenever there's a Mercury retrograde because you know how electronics and stuff go. So, hey, Miriam, welcome. Hey, Taylor, welcome, everyone. How's your Friday evening or Friday or Saturday morning go, depending on where you're at in the world? Hey, Kay, welcome. So glad to be able to be here again, providing some free readings and some guidance as I drop cards. Uh, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. How is everyone today? You ready for the weekend? All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining here. I know I'm a couple minutes early, but I did want to say thank you, everybody. And oh, good. I'm glad you guys are doing well and feeling all right. Hey, Spring. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. SDA. I want to thank everyone, all of my new subscribers. I'm so glad this is part of my, YouTube subscriber marathon. I passed the 500 mark last weekend, so I'm halfway to my 1,000 or more YouTube subscribers. So, woo! I'm so happy for that. I'm just so grateful and so thankful. Thank you. You guys make it all possible. I'm looking at my little notes here because I did want to make sure everyone was aware of all my giveaways that I'm having for my subscriber marathon. I do have a link down in the description box below for my giveaway playlist because tomorrow I have a drawing for the. What am I giving away tomorrow? I already forgot. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. It's Wishing Upon a Star Astro Readings is the one for tomorrow. So today is the last day that you can sign up for that. So be sure to click on that and sign up because I'm going to be giving away some of those. It's basically I pull information on your solar return for your birthday wishes and also for your big whopping you get like 40 wishes for your it's like when your sun goes through the 11th house because that's our house of making wishes and dreaming big. So I pull it for both your natal and for your solar, so you get 40 wishes for each of those periods. That's 80 wishes. Your birthday wishes are 10 more, and then also the reading talks about how every new moon you get new moon wishes, and every full moon you can do kind of this awareness and release, kind of letting go ceremonies too. I go into all of that. So if you want a chance at winning one of those, be sure to check that out. So, oh, happy birthday, Miriam. Happy birthday early. Birthday weekend. Big plans, I hope. Hey, Linda, welcome. So happy to have you all here. So giveaways. I got a bunch of those going. I have like next Saturday, I think I'm pulling for the 3-tier personal readings. And then I just put out today also for the Life Compass Astro readings too. So a lot of stuff going on. I love giving away all this stuff because it's such an opportunity to connect to spirit, and I just love it. All right. So I think that is everything on my announcements. I do like to start off pulling a guardian angel card. I guess I should hold them upside down. And we're just going to see, first of all, what the guardian angels have for us to say, and then we'll jump into readings. So if you guys have any questions that you want to, just pop them down and I will get to them in order. And of course, if you're like, I don't want to put my business out there in that chat, I also will pull some random readings too, because spirit knows, what you're asking and what you're wanting. You don't have to tell us, but I'll pull cards and then they'll bring answers and information through that way too. So, all right. What would you like us to know today, guardian angels? What message would you like to start off with? Okay. We've got prayer. Here it goes. Focus, and I'll read it. It says, "Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you." Wow. That is a great one, especially in these days when there's so much division. It's, a great reminder to remember that behind every one of these little characters, no matter if it's a villain or a hero, there's a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being actor behind every character. And though they might play that evil character really, really well, eventually, we'll get to meet that really awesome side of them too. But everyone is here on purpose for a purpose, right? All right. So let's get started here. We have a couple questions. So thank you. Thank you. And so Spring, you'll be number one. And what would they like you to know today? I feel like these Oracle of the Unicorns cards, they were like screaming for me to use them. So I think we're going to start with that for you. And then we'll go to you, Linda, next. All right. So for Spring. You cracked me up today too, and your about your north node and your south node. It made me laugh. All right. So you got the anger card here, and it says safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force and honor all your emotions as sacred. Wow, I love that message. Just basically any emotion you feel is the right emotion. There's no wrong. So it's important to express that and not bottle it all up, right? It says you may feel angry at yourself, another person, or with a situation in your life, but feel it is somehow unspiritual to express your rage. This fire unicorn is charging in uh, to assure you that anger is not a negative energy. It has as much purpose and value as kindness or love. Feeling or expressing anger is not unspiritual. It is sacred to honor your emotions, and anger can be the fire you need to pull you out of a swamp of lethargy, hopelessness, or doubt. Anger can be the force that helps you overcome fear and take action. It can be the surge of power you need to finally set a boundary and say no to someone or something that is disempowering you. Anger can also be the key to unlocking deeper feelings and being free of the wounds that lie beneath them. Anger is only dangerous when you repress or deny it. Just like a volcanic lava flow, if it builds up, it can be a destructive force when it finally erupts. This fire unicorn wants you to acknowledge your anger. So get to the heart of what is upsetting you and let yourself be angry. Feel it and revel it in its messy beauty. Dance, stomp, and roar from your anger. Pummel the cushions, scream out all of your fury. Give yourself permission to fully feel, unleash, and release your anger. So long as you are not misdirecting your anger at anyone else, it can be empowering. So don't beat up anyone, Spring. Use it to fill yourself with life force and to move forward out of denial and repression. There is wildness and beauty in your anger, and it can be such a gift when you see it as sacred. So I like that for you. So, and I really don't feel like you are, yeah, like an angry person, but I'm gonna pull some more cards for you. I just feel like they want you to know that all of your emotions are right. None of them are wrong, and it's you can feel your emotions. It doesn't mean you have to act on them like and hit someone, but it's flowing through your emotions. instead of suppressing them. Because if we don't consciously do something with them, they do go into our subconscious and they still impact us and bounce around. They just don't get integrated. They don't get resolved. They just kind of psh, 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 pew, pew. Then you end up, exploding like a volcano. Okay. They did have one card pop out of red. Let me see. Yes. Yeah. So Queen of Swords. So swords, of course, are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And but the Queen of Swords brings in a beautiful balance because in addition to being all that air energy, all the queens also have that water. So she has the emotion and the mind. It's okay to balance both of those. And I always love the Queen of Swords when they have her with her hand extended, like there. So she's still allowing new thoughts and new beliefs, to come in. And yeah, she's a tough one. She's you know, uses that sword to really initiate and have passion around new thought, new belief, new mindsets. That's why her hand is open because she's open to hearing from others, other things. But let's see what else they want you to know in addition to that too. Okay, we got two more. Yeah, so you have the Chariot. This is your power of choice. And this is great for what they gave you earlier because this is the your ability to choose whatever emotion you want to feel in a moment. And so you can choose anger for a little bit and choose, something else for a little bit. You can change your emotions. You can change the stories that you put around anything. Yeah, and then you have the Knight of Swords. So you have like all of this beautiful royalty going on here in Major Arcana. And Knight of Swords is movement of thoughts. You have that Ace of Swords that's all around you too. So you are connecting to higher truths and those that are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to slice away and cut away those thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. But that Chariot card is pretty powerful for you. It's allowing you to really look at those emotions. Like you said, that it feels destructive. Um, and it's like the word uncomfortable is coming to mind. It's like those emotions of fear of the human world are uncomfortable because we're not used to them. Our soul is used to being in a realm of unconditional love and joy and peace and, all that wonderfulness that we come here to experience the opposites of that so we more fully understand it. So they definitely feel uncomfortable down here. And so it's like anger, it's like, ooh, it doesn't feel like me. And it's well, because it's not us, but it's our human is allowing us to experience those emotions. But the power comes in that Chariot, which allows us to know that every moment is either a choice of unconditional love of above or the fear of losing conditional love of the human as I knock my microphone. And so every moment is a choice between the two, that we're not stuck with just that fear based emotions. When we're tired of that, we can always choose something different. So I love that for you. So they're just like recognize your power of emotion today and that there are no bad emotions. There are just emotions. And we come here to experience it. This isn't a giant amusement park of fear, right? So we come here to experience all the fear rides. But after a while, we're like, okay, I've ridden those enough. I want to go sit in the Zen garden, have some ice cream, and reflect. And you can do that. So I love that. So hopefully that is what you were looking for today. I think you were just open to whatever they had to say. So if you have more, just pop them down below and we'll circle back around. We're going to go on to Linda next. And you want to any help about the pain in your hip and leg? It's really keeping you down. Okay. So I'll pull some cards to see what they guidance they give around that, and also right now, all of you beautiful energy healers and beautiful loving people there now. We can, if you just join with me in sending Linda just beautiful love energy to just help lighten her pain. We can do that right now too because we can channel all that beautiful, loving healing energy and just send it to her to help lighten that and remove it if it is so. If your higher self doesn't want you to be in pain right now, sometimes we go through the journey of pain on purpose for a purpose. But we're going to send love to you right now, Linda. I'm also going to pull some cards here for you, and let's see what they have to say about the pain in your hip and your leg. Yes, thank you for reading. Thank you, everyone. Just take some deep breaths, Linda, and just take the energy in like a giant hug from the Creator. Kind of feel like I see like this giant waterfall of love energy just falling from the heavens and just filling you up and overflowing out of you. Yep. So they have the 10 of Cups for you. And this represents emotional fulfillment and filling up. So this is a mighty amount of love headed your way. Wow. Yeah. And you have the King of Wands too. So there's a lot of energy flooding to you. The King of Wands does represent for me in this instance for you, represents your higher self because Wands is our energy and it can be our spiritual energy. With the King being the highest that you can achieve in a suit, this represents the highest spiritual energy you can achieve, which is you. And they have the Ace of Wands in your hands here. Let me see what this other card is. Yeah, I figured. Then you have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands for me represents whatever we focus on is what grows in our lives. And sometimes, and I know with pain, I know I'm getting older. I wake up sometimes, I'm like, oh, what? Oh, my neck, or, something in my body hurts for no reason at all. But whatever we focus on is what grows. That is our power. That's like saying the king, he's holding that wand. And so whatever you focus on is what expands. And the thing that the King of Wands learns is that he holds the power to whatever you are looking at is what grows. And so if we look at like what's lacking in our life or what we don't want in our life or pain in our life, and I know it's hard not to focus on the pain when it's like constant and you move and you feel it. But when we focus on pain and pain and pain, that's where our suffering comes in. And that is what is expands. And I kind of feel like this love energy that's coming in for you, it's like asking you, focus on what you're grateful for in your life. Focus on what you do want in your life. And I love the clarity that I forget where I've probably heard it like a bunch of different places, but it's like instead of when we focus on I want healing, we're basically saying I love the feeling of healing. So they're like, okay, well, we constantly have to have something for you to heal over because you like that healing sensation. It's like, no, 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 wait, that's not what I want. I want to, focus on, I want health, and then health happens instead of healing. And so when you focus on health, you focus on what you're grateful for in your life, what you want more in your life, then that expands and then the other diminishes. So I feel like they're telling you to focus on what dreams you want. Like the 10 of Cups is emotions, and it's like ultimate filling up with love and having it overflow out to the world. And so they're like, focus on your dreams, focus on your fulfillment, focus on what you do want in your life, and that will help expand it as well. So hopefully that helps, Linda, and hopefully that pain will lighten up. We'll continue to send energy to you and lighten that because we do, when we channel, we can channel anything. And I kind of, for people that I do some energy work. We basically reach in to that pain and we're just lifting it out and we're replacing it with love. And so picture that we're all reaching in and we're helping remove the pain and we're putting love in its place. We're removing pain and just feel it. I just feel a surge of energy. You guys are powerful. I can feel all of your energy. My hair is standing up all over my body. So thank you all for joining in and sending your love to help to help Linda with that. So thank you. Wow. Woof. All right. So Linda, hopefully that helps you out. If you have additional items, be feel free to put it down below and we'll circle back around. And let me continue down here. And so Taylor, you will be next. And Kate, yeah, just anyone new coming in. Of course, first of all, you have to be a member in order to put anything down in the chat. So as soon as you do that, it'll allow you to do that. And then Kay and anyone else that has anything else, just put your questions, or I want a general reading. If you don't want to share specifics, you can say I want a general, and then the answers will come through. And I'll just continue to go down there. So just pop it down there. All right. So Taylor, will Edward actually put effort in your connection? All right, we'll take a look here. And I'm going to use these Love Oracle. And they actually, this time, because I have both a pink and a black deck, they had me shuffle them together. Pink represents your, energy, because that's our higher heart energy. I represent yours. The black will be represent the other person. So we'll take a look here and see what Edward, will they put effort in your connection? Let's see what they have to say. Yes, Linda, you can definitely ask as many questions as you guys want. I'll just keep going down and I'll circle back around. So absolutely. All right. So Edward, let's see what they have to say here. Will they put forth the connection? Well, I've got 2 for you and then 1 for them. So let's see what they have to say here. So, oh no, not today, not today. Let's see. Let me try to get that focus in there. Okay, I don't think it's going to focus. A little bit there. There it goes. So they're not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, a call, boundaries. So I know, sorry, Taylor. It's like, whoa, okay. Well, that's a very clear one there. And the 2 that popped up for you, you have heartbroken, but then also engagement ring. And I feel like the combination between the 2 is what this is about. And I feel like you have disappointment around that, but you know, I really I really feel like it's um that you're okay with it though too. I don't feel like it's like this heartbrokenness. You're just kind of like, eh, why? But I kind of feel like you're okay. I keep on hearing you're okay with it. You're just like, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. But I kind of feel like I want to pull another card here from you from the True Heart Tarot to get some clarity. Because I feel like they're like, yeah, but there's this, I kind of feel like there's this block on purpose. And I want to find out why, what they want you to know about that. So let's take a look here. Okay. Yeah. So you have the World card here, which of course represents ending of cycles and new beginnings. So it's kind of like they're like, yeah, because it's time to end a cycle. And I kind of feel like, what is that called? Serial monogamy. And believe me, I this was me earlier in my life, and that's why they tapped on my brain to go, oh yeah, you know, it's like we search for love and it's like, okay, that one didn't work. And then, and I wouldn't spend any time for me. I would just, I would like have an intention to, but then I'm like, oh, look, oh, hey, who are you? Oh, hey, who are you? I wouldn't like purpose until finally, after it was probably like 5 or 6 years of going from, I know, to go from like a 1 year and then a 3 year relationship and then a couple weeks and a date, and then a year, and then 3 years with this one, and finally, I did take time for me, and it was like, okay, it was time for me, to reflect on, and this is when I used to journal, and I went through 5 years of journaling, and I saw the patterns. I was like, "Oh, all these mirrors were showing me the same thing, how I felt about myself until I saw it," and it was a big aha. So I really feel like this is a time of them to say, if you've been journaling, take a look at some of your journals, read back over it, and look at how far you've come, first of all, but also look at the like ahas that you can glean from it too. And if you don't journal, just kind of think back, think about where you were 5 years ago, and just think about how different you are and how much you know about yourself than you did back then too. So hopefully that helped. If you have more questions, pop them down below. I'm going to continue down here. So I have a lot of questions. Thank you guys for being here and for trusting me to connect to spirit for you. And then let me see, scroll up here. Great. All right. And then SDA, is you were you saying your name is Stacy? So you would just want a general question, please. So I will go to you next. SDA 141, or maybe Stacy. And so you want a general one, and I'm kind of drawn here to the shaman's dream oracle for you first. And appreciate all of your guys' patience. I will definitely get through to there. So just to hang out, send everyone your love energy, and see if sometimes messages come through other people too, because they love to give us wisdom and knowledge, right? All right. All right. Yeah, and Stacy, you don't have to be a member as long as you're subscribed. I don't have membership and stuff yet, but you got power number 44. Look at this wonderful card. Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. Boom. I love that. And let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. So it is an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. So when the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. So let go of those thoughts, those beliefs, and those attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first. Oh, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so don't hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness, experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. Wow. I love that for you. And actually when I was reading that too, I started to crack up a little bit because I they showed me this condemned old shack, and they were showing me like this little old person that had grown up with it, and they loved it and they didn't want to let go of it. They're like, no, it means so much to me, it's so important to me. They had a strong attachment to it. And then a lightning bolt, which is a tower moment, comes and and it caught it on fire and burned it down. And but they, of course, it was insured, and they replaced it with an updated one that was, the had plumbing and electricity, and it was like a huge, huge upgrade. And they were like, "Why didn't I let go of this a long time ago?" And they loved what came after it. And so they're kind of saying that it is worth what's coming there for you. So I love that. So yeah, very, very great. I love that. So whatever's coming or whatever has, recently been removed, just know it's for you, and they always have, a picture of someone, a big adult with a little child with a little, falling apart little dirty bear missing an eye and an arm and a leg. And, it's just filthy, dirty. But there's this huge bear that he's holding behind and that he's going to replace it with. We just have to hand it over and go, here you go. And that opens up the space for this new stuff to come in. So I love that for you. So if you have more questions, pop them down below and I'll circle back around here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, it looks good here. Let me keep going down here. And Dale, if you are still here, you are next. So what direction should you take in your life? Perfect. I love that. And for you, I do want to use these angels and ancestors oracle. I feel they want to chat with you. So let's take a look here, Dale, and see what advice they have for you. All right. So, Dale, what direction should you take in your life? Okay. So you have the guardian angel, and you are not alone. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. That feather's really jumping out. I don't know if you have feathers that pop up in your life a lot. That is your guardian angel letting you know that they are with you and that you're never alone, as well as some loved ones that are on the other side. And your guardian angel, so it says watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. So what direction should you take? They are sending you signs all over the place. And the guardian angel card shows the white feather that's become known as the guardian angel's business card. And whenever a white feather appears in your life, or if this card ever appears in a reading, it's a message to say that your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you've asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. And everyone has a guardian angel who's been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. Card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Beautiful message. I love that because I believe that we all, like when our soul was created, a guardian angel also willed to be created along with us, right alongside of us, and they are going to be with us for all of our eternity. It's like this being wanted to be created and be a part with us. And so we always have that guardian angel. And like it said, they respect our free will like crazy. They are like, we will not meddle in our lives unless we of our own free will ask them to. They will always bring in messages and they're always doing the work of everything we ask them. Like before we came down here, it's like, okay, when I go down, I want this and this and this and this and this to experience that. And they're like, all right, gotcha. They won't really do a whole lot outside of that unless we ask them of our own free will. So I really feel like when you're asking what direction should I take in my life, it's like you have this posse of support on the other side that is giving you hints and giving you direction and nudges all over the place. And I kind of feel like, you're like, oh, that was them that was giving me all this, desire, this nudge these things that come into your life, and there's like a lot of confirmation. And so if you haven't noticed it, they're like, it's been all over the place. So now they're like, oh, good, you've come and got this message now. They're like, um, try to step away out of the chaos, step away from the fear, raise your vibration intentionally, focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, because that's the frequency at which they speak. And when we're in chaos and all the fear and the noise, we can't hear it. It's like being in a hard rock acid, acid rock bar where they're full volume and you can see someone's lips moving, but you can't hear what they're saying. We have to get into that silence and that quiet so we can hear the whispers. So I really encourage you to do that, because they're basically saying, yes, you will know the messages from us. So definitely look for that. So hopefully that made sense. If you're like wanting more specifics, pop a specific question on below. I'll be happy to pull more cards for you. I'm going to continue going here because we had some more. So let's take a look here. Great. Oh, I'm so glad, Linda, that you felt that love coming in. All right. And then we are to my baby love. Will your supervisor, H, continue to be challenging for you to work with while you're at your current job? All right. Let's dig into that. I want to use these True Heart Tarot for that, and we will find out. You have seen Feathersdale. All right. Um, let me I'll keep going down. When I get back to what you just said, I'll pull some more cards and I'll say, well, we'll ask them for more clarity. I'm sure, since you're asking of your own free will now, we will look into that. All right. So will that supervisor H continue to be challenging? And again, thank you guys all for your patience on me getting to your reading. I'll hang out until I answer them. Yep. So you got 3 cards total here. Let's see what you got. Oh, so you've got the death and rebirth card here. So it's going to be ending. There's going to be an ending and a new beginning for you. Let's take a look here and see what else. Yep, 3 wands, a change in direction. So your energy, you're definitely. It's like you were headed in a normal direction that you had been for a while, but I feel like you're like changing. Let's see. Yeah, Chariot. So you have movement happening here and the power of choice that's coming in. So you are having this um, wonderful movement that's going to be happening. And I'm going to pull some more cards because I want to find out if is it them leaving, them changing, or you going to a different position that opens up for you. Kind of feel like it's that latter, but that chariot card also is them letting you know that this is you know answering the question of why is this happening to me? It's happening for you. And it's an opportunity for you to be able to use your power to choose what story are you putting around what's happening, what emotions are happening within you as you're going through it. And they're kind of not challenging you, but they're offering you an opportunity to go, I'm going to switch my story that I'm putting around this situation, and I'm going to change the story around what I'm feeling and the emotions that I'm choosing to feel through it. And so, with them being challenging for you, the challenging situation is for you to go, I don't know what they're going through. They're a mirror for me, and I'm a mirror for them. So, the only thing that you can control is what emotions are coming up inside of you, because it's like something that's in them is reflecting something back to you that's kind of, I'm going to say, pissing you off. I don't know if that's not a cuss word. I don't think I'll get in trouble for saying that, but it's pissing you off. And it's like, "Rrr, why? Why are they, there's something that their actions are challenging your worth and challenging these beliefs inside of you. And so those are for you to be able to look at and to understand. And also understand that their reaction to you has nothing to do with you. You are a mirror for them. They're just seeing what you through their eyes. You're seeing them through your own eyes. And so there's an opportunity for you to look into that. So let me take a look here. I do want to see is um, yeah, because they're saying that when you now that you realize that, that's why this challenge has come. They're showing me, was it called Galaga? I forget what the video game I used to play when I was really, really young. They'd have a challenging stage that would come up, and I kind of feel like that's you. Suddenly, dun, 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 here comes this. I hear the challenging sound in my mind, and you're like, okay, here you go. It's the challenging stage. It's for you to be able to look at how much you've grown, and then also to question what's this that's rising within you, because that's just an echo. What they're doing is just an echo of something that's reminding you of something from the past. Let's take a look here. Let's see what else they'd like you to know about this. Okay. Yeah. So you do have the judgment card here. So here's your human side. Here's your higher self. They're calling you. So they're waking you up to something here. So they're like, yeah, this challenge is coming from your higher self. They wanted to be able to wake you up to what's going on. And because I really feel like you can handle a lot. Like your um breaking level is so high that they have to do stuff extreme to be able to get you to feel like you're about to break and like you're about on the edge. So it's taken a lot to get you to this point, but they're like, just know that's from us. It's for you. It's not something happening to you, for you to look at those emotions that are bubbling up. So um and they won't okay. Yeah, they gave you the 4 of discs, the 4 pentacles on the bottom, which is about, external stability, is coming, and that is about your worth too. It's about you becoming, more solid in your worth and how you, uh, evaluate your worth and reflective of the outside world. And, of course, that's always the journey of retail price, which is when self-worth comes from in here, capital S self, which is what they're wanting you to look at. When we uh, determine our value by how we feel we're valued in the outside world, that's what I call retail price, because it's constantly fluctuating. It's the value of us to the outside world. And like retail, it all depends on the season, the individual person, what they're willing to pay. So, like if you're a coat in the Antarctica, you're very highly valued. If you're that same coat on a tropic island during summer, you're on the clearance rack. And that's the instability of the outside world. So they're really pointing you back to finding, what is this that they're doing, what is it, uh, what beliefs are coming to the surface, because that's why they have brought you into this situation, for it to come up. And that's gonna, with you doing that reflection, that's gonna resolve the situation. You're gonna see them in a different light, and uh and you're gonna see your world change around you. It's like, as soon as you look at that, you just see things start to change out there. So I love that for you. That's good news. So because it shows you how powerful you are. Your emotions are not at the whim of other people. Those happen inside us, which is great. When I first was told that by spirit, like, you're in control of your emotions and your thoughts, I'm like, what? No, no, they're doing that. It's making me feel this way. They're like, no, they're doing that, and you're choosing to feel this way. And I was like, no, I don't think you are correct. But they showed me over time, like, yeah, but you know, I didn't want to take responsibility for my emotions. I don't think we all do in the beginning. But when you realize it's so empowering, because no one else can have control over it, I'm like, all right, I'm a believer now. Got that power back. So if you have more questions, pop them down there. I'm going to continue to go down here. Very good, very good. All right, and we are to Kay. Thank you, Kay, for your patience. How did Elijah feel after you messaged him yesterday? Oh, let's take a look. I'm going to use the Love Oracle cards, and we'll find out here. Great. Thanks for hanging out, Kay. Yeah, I know. You're scared. Oh, what are you afraid of? We want the truth, right? So what would they like you to know about how Elijah felt after you messaged him yesterday? Okay, well, you got 2 black cards popped up, and those are him. So let's take a look here. Uh-oh, wow. So you got attraction there, and then you have stabbed in the back. That's funny. So, um, what I'm picking up from this is like there's definitely attraction, flirting, that kind of thing there. Um, but this heartbreak, this pain that he had in the past has made him very tentative. And I kind of feel like, boy, he really got dealt a lot of doozies. Like he reached out and reached out and reached out, and all he got was pain, pain, pain. And that's what has him tentative, where he doesn't reach out because his past has taught him reaching out equals pain. So I kind of feel like if it's worth it for you to continue to reach out, when you show him that consistency of, kind of giving like this unconditional acceptance and unconditional um, love, that you're letting that go. With this information, I think that will help you. And you're like, oh wow. I almost feel like crying, this pain that's coming up inside. It's like, poor guy, Um, and but if you continue to do that, um, and that over time it can do that. Now, I'm gonna pull some more cards and we'll just see what do they want you to know about this interaction? Like, what is the purpose of your, you know, situation? Why are they there? So we'll get some more. Let's see, what's the purpose? Okay. Okay. All right. So they gave you the 5 of Wands. It's kung fu fighting. It's my little kung fu action figure starts playing in my head whenever I get the 5 of Wands. And what it represents, because like when you first start, like it's like you start a movie and it starts off an action sequence where there's just fighting, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And it looks like they're trying to hurt one another and kill one another, and they're just battling, and finally 4 people are laying on the ground exhausted and one's barely left standing, and you're like, oh my gosh, is he gonna kill him next? And then they all start laughing, and I'm like, what? And then they help each other up, and then they all walk back down this path to the monastery meal hall and have a meal together. And then it's like click, the little light bulb goes off, that what started off as, something of fear and something that seemed like they were trying to hurt one another transforms into all these people cared about one another and they were trying to help one another improve their skills. And so there's this, I feel like because I asked, why is he in your life then? And it is this, so you can see how fear energy and pain energy transforms into love energy, and how there's this change of energy that can happen that you do within yourself. So this the feelings that you have of their, I always have to reach out to them and they're not reaching out to me, now that you know that they're in so much pain and every time they reached out they were, hurt. It's like I see this picture in my head. They reached out and someone goes and slapped them away. They reached out again, they slap it away, and then they stabbed it with a knife and, you know, burned it with a cigarette. It's like all this stuff. Every time they reached out, they only got pain and rejection. So it taught them to stay. In fact, they're reminding me, this happened in my life where, and this was like in my early 20s, I'd reach out to all my friends and hey, you want to go do something? Hey, you want to go do something? And finally, a lot of them just said, hey, you know what? We'll call you when we want to talk. And it did teach me to now I'm really a lot to myself. I don't reach out. You can probably if I have any of my friends pop in there, they're like, yeah. I don't reach out to my friends a whole lot. They reach out to me and I'm like, yeah, let's go do something. And they're like, you never reach out. And I'm like, I don't think about it because I learned so much in my life not to. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on with him, you know. Yeah. I kind of feel like there's this transformation where you're going, oh, okay, I get it. If you want to, hang out, then reach out to him. Just understand his pain, and that's why he doesn't reach out. And you can even just in a loving way go, "Hey, is there a reason why you don't, reach out to me?" And they might share the story with you why. And it could be something really healing for him and for you too. So hopefully that helped. And I'm going to continue. If you have more questions, pop them down. I'll be happy to look into that. Let me just continue here. And again, thank you guys all for being here. If you've joined since I started this session, I do have the playlist for my giveaways down in the description box because I am having a lot of giveaways. In fact, I am drawing one tomorrow. So today's the last day that you can sign up for it. It's what was it again? The Wish Upon a Star giveaway is what I'm drawing tomorrow. But there's a couple others that are out there too. So if you want to sign up for a chance at winning some wonderful prizes, you can check those out. All right. Okay, and I think I already took care of you, Stacy. I think. Let's see. All right, so Linda, second question. You're writing a book. Oh, wow, very good. Thank you for sharing with the world because we need all of that communication. Kind of want to draw the Queen of the Moon Oracle here. And again, thank you guys for all your patience, and I will get to your readings in order. And so, just pop questions down below, and as I get to them, I will check those out. See what Spirit wants you to know. So, direction on your book. Okay, I actually had two cards pop out. So let's take a look. So you do have sovereignty and also wisdom. So let's take a look here. And let's see what message comes in here. Yeah, sovereignty, the queen of the moon. So you have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and with confidence. You have the ability to unite disparate people and views should you choose to do so. The buck stops with you. You are powerful. Act like it. And the little affirmation is I reign over my own realm. That's what they want me to read in that one, and then we're gonna read the wisdom one. But for that is like, yeah, go forward. You what you share makes a difference. It does change people's viewpoints on things, and grab that power. Realize just the power you have as a writer, and go forward with that. And it says wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you're not seeing and need to research more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you're uncertain. So if you don't have a mentor around writing or editing or anything like that, I feel like that is like a significant message to that will help you too. That'll help you feel confident in going forward because they're able to give you their experiences on getting published and the writing process, and I feel like it'll let you feel like you're a writer, instead of like um, feeling, I don't want to say feeling unworthy to write, but it's like writers write, dancers dance. So you're a writer, so write and let that confidence grow, let that power grow in there. It also says it is often said that the body has its own innate wisdom. If healthy, it just knows what to do. and does what it needs to keep us alive and moving without thinking too much about it. Hmm. Most of the time, we aren't aware of trying to keep our heart beating or breathing when asleep. Similarly, we have this innate reasoning system, our intuition, that allows us to get answers or receive information without conscious thinking. It's that feeling or hunch of information or insight that is just there. Some people believe this is the wisdom we receive from the gods, the very spark of divine voice that is left within us. This is a very old kind of wisdom that sits in a very old part of the brain. And as I'm reading here, they're like, I stop reading and tell her what we're telling you. So I'm stopping reading because, with your hip pain and your leg pain, um, look into Louise Hay's book. You can heal your some. It's like you can heal your life. I have it here somewhere, but because like when we aren't walking our path, like our spirit, it energy comes out into our bodies, and so if you're not walking your path and feeling like you're moving in the direction that you want to move, our bodies will show us that. They'll reflect some of the stuff that's going on within us too. So I feel like they're like, yes, this is a passion, move forward in your writing, and that movement helps you movement of your body too. So, but check that out. And if anyone knows the name of that book, heal your life, heal your emotions, heal your life. It's something like that. But you probably already know it anyway. But um, if you don't, I'll look at it before I get off of here. I'll try to find that. So I do love that for you. Definitely move forward. I feel like people who are writers already, or if not, find local group or meetup group with writers and join together because I feel that will be very beneficial too. All right, let me keep looking here. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Dale. So you have seen feathers and signs, but they are confusing. So let's take a look here and let me just get some more detail on that. I'm going to use these here. Let's see what they want you to know. Oh, good. I'm glad you do, Linda. If you know the name of it, pop it down in the comments so that anyone else that would be interested in that, they'll actually know the real name, if you don't mind. All right, Dale, let's take a look here. What are these feathers and signs about your future, your path? What? Come on. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. So you got three. Uh, First one is temperance here, which is about balancing and patience, balancing out things. But you also got the moon. You got two major arcana so far. And the moon is about getting into the unconscious, getting into the unknown, the unseen, connecting to the higher realms too. So there is this coming in here. And you have the two of wands. So you have this power that are in your hands to move forward, and I kind of feel like because the two of wands is normally like a new passion, a new desire has come, and it's about you taking steps towards it and like living the dream that you want rather than trying to live up to, oh, it is a theme. Yeah, so it's like there's this what makes your heart sing, what makes you happy, you know because it's like this dividing thing of, we're told this is what you should do, supposed to do, need to, have to do, must do, you know in your life. And we're given a dream when we're younger, going, here, this is your dream, this is what you need to live, and you're like, oh, okay, we don't know any better, we take it on, and every morning we wake up going, oh crap, I gotta go live my dream today. And it's because it's not your dream. this thing, I feel like they're guiding you to like what don't exist, live, choose what will make your heart sing, and what you want to do with your life, what you want to, like where you want to head. Because you have the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom here, which um, with the moon, it was like, what's the unknown? On the bottom of the deck, it's this 8 of Pentacles, which is about, it could be about going to school, learning and training and doing this new thing, or you have been doing something and you're ready to move up to the next level in it. Like it's like an apprentice who's been studying to be a blacksmith, and they've done all the work, they put in all the time, the blood, sweat, and tears, and now they're ready to become the master blacksmith, and they go off on their own. So I feel like there's this movement up, or if there's classes you need to take, or if you're like, oh, I don't want to go back to school. But if it's your dream, if it's something that you really really want, it won't matter. You can uh, go for this. And I keep on feeling like that's what they're saying, is they're giving you signs to follow your dream, live your life, don't just exist because you didn't come here to play it safe. We all came here it safe, to feel like what it might feel like to play it safe, but we only can stand it for so long before it just drives us crazy and our fears get outweighed by the ugly feeling of not living our true self, our true authentic life. And I kind of feel like this is what what they're telling you is live your dream, live, 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 live. Yes, you can heal your life. You can heal your life. Thank you, Linda. That's the name of it, by Louise Hay, right? Yeah, and here's your Ace of Wands, Dale. So they're saying, you have this passion, this desire, this thing that makes your heart sing. And even though your mind says, oh, you can never survive off of that, then you'll have a part-time job or a job that you do to fund your dream. But there's this dream, and if you don't know what that is yet, then definitely take time away from everything, connect to your higher self, because in connecting to your higher self, you're going to get into the heart of and you're going to discover how you uniquely want to share the unconditional love in you with the world. And it's going to make you happy. It's going to make you excited. It's going to make you, wake up before the alarm goes off, ready to start the day instead of hitting the snooze button 5 times. So, hopefully that resonates and you know what that is, or if not, then you know what you need to do to find out what that is. So I'm excited because it's going to be an exciting dream, Dale. It is. I can just tell. All right. And thank you, G Hi. Um, I am doing well, and you can have a general reading. Absolutely. So let's take a look here and see what they would like you to know. And for you, we're going to use the Magic of the Unicorn deck. Let's see what we have going on here. All right. So G High. General reading. What would they like you to know today? This is the one right here. Wow, beautiful. Another master number or power number 44. A lot of energy today. The I am presence, which talks about expanding your stellar gateway. I am that I am. So let's see what message they have here. Powerful card, though. It says, congratulations. When you receive this card, it suggests that you are connecting with your monad. It's MONAD, your I am presence, or you're preparing to do so. Your ascension path commences when when you anchor and you activate your 12 fifth dimensional chakras. So working with your unicorn accelerates your journey. So first ask it to illuminate your earth star chakra beneath your feet. Then be aware of its pure light moving up through your base, sacral, navel, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, causal, solar star chakra, before igniting the golden orange chalice of your stellar gateway above your head. Wow. Your stellar gateway is in the charge of Archangel Metatron and is your link to your I am presence, your original divine spark from source. Wow. It is directly connected to Nigellay, Nigellay, the ascended aspect of Mars, which is the cosmic stellar gateway chakra, carrying peaceful, spiritual warrior energy. When you tune into it, your unicorn brings you a download of peace and courage. Archangel Metatron's vast chalice is also connected to the great central sun, and millions of light codes are drawn into your stellar gateway from there. Your I am presence uses them to support your soul and bring you happiness. The most potent I am affirmation of all, I am that I am, enables you to embrace for a fraction of a second the light of your stellar self. Your guidance is to sit quietly and illuminate each chakra in turn with unicorn light, then connect through your stellar gateway to your I am presence. And it says, connect with your I am. You can sit or stand quietly. Be aware of your stellar gateway chakra, a huge ball of golden orange light that's above your head. Ask Archangel Metatron to bring it down over you. Your unicorn lights it up and then sense it linking to your I am presence. Know this is accelerating your ascension journey. Wow. That is quite the message there. Definitely, you're at this wonderful place of connecting to your higher self in ways that you have not experienced before. And so, definitely sitting quietly, balancing your chakras, communicating to the archangels. Wow, what an amazing, what an amazing general reading. So definitely you are ready for this next level spirituality and relationship with the higher realms. So boom, go for it. We need as much of that energy brought down into this physical realm. It's amazing. In fact, what was that? There was a I saw something, I think it was on Instagram today. It said, just take like one person that's resonating unconditional love is like a 500 megahertz or something, um, is equal to 750,000, I think it said, of people that are having like the lower energies, the non loving energies. And then you realize the power that we each have in putting love out into the world. I mean, it like nullifies 750,000 of the people who are in that, fear energy. So such a powerful expression of love, and I just really love that. So if you want more of that, G hi, pop a message if you want even more clarity, and I'll be happy to pull more cards. Yeah, baby love. Yeah, it's tough to recognize or control when we're in those situations where other people are sparking that, but that's why it keeps happening over and over again. Yeah, the mirrors will keep going through the same stuff. More characters will come in with the same message, uh, you know, but it's for us. So we're like, thanks for the reminders. Okay, good. All right, Miriam. Okay, so Miriam, you're next. Hopefully, you're still hanging around here. So, how does Mohammed currently feel about you? So, let's take a look here, Miriam, and let's see what's going on. Hey, Ms. King, welcome. Great. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. Thank all of you guys for your patience here. All right, and Pedra, Luna, well, you'll be actually next. So thank you if you're still hanging out here. All right. Let's take a look here. How does Mohammed currently feel about you? We'll see if they want you to know anything about your feelings too. That'll pop up. I have these little love oracle that have black and pink cards. Pink cards are for you. Black cards represent them. So we'll see what they have to say here. Okay. Got your couple of pink cards coming out here. So these are for you. Okay. We got 1, 2, and 3, oh, and 4 cards for him. All right. So we'll start off with his. So these are what Muhammad feels. So I kind of feel here. Let's see if we can get that to focus at all. So you got masks here, which shows that he's not showing his true feelings. He is masking them. And let's find out why. We got cards here. So he does have, do we have the talking card here? Which does talk about, it says interested, conversing more, text, call, email, awaiting messages. So there is interest there, but he's masking his feelings. I still want to know why. Okay, this is why. So it's girl with the snake. So tentative feelings because the last person that he interacted with bit him like a snake. Yeah. So it's got this the person, that he interacted with before was very self-centered and treated him horribly, really, because it talks about the narcissist paradigm, where they just, really coiled around him. They're showing a snake here, but I'm showing like a boa constrictor that around the neck and around the body, and it was just squeezing the life out of him. And it kind of felt like he was being used by the other person, for themselves. Yeah. And so he's got the mirror effect going on here where you can't help what he's seeing right now, um, yet, because he's just whatever he's picking up from you. Yeah. Yeah. And you can't help it. That's great because that's why they were saying that you can't help what he's seeing because he's seeing you through his eyes and you're just a mirror. And so the reflections that are coming back to him, he's is because of the pain that he had before. He is interested. It's just he's wearing a mask because when he showed his true self before, the snake attacked. So he's like tentative in that. Let me see what you have here. Yeah, but yeah, this shows you here though. You love him unconditionally. You do, like you said, exactly as you said. You're really nice to him. You show him this love and all of that. Um, yeah, because then yeah, you also had a hammer. So I do feel, it says interrogation, persistency. So I kind of feel like, um, yeah, the hammer of love, that on this love and on all that, and then when he's like distant, he's like hesitant, and you can't see because he's wearing this mask. You can't see like what he's really feeling and what's going on with his pain and stuff, but his interest too. That then you're just like, hey, are you going to pay attention to me or not? And it's like, that scares him, but it's like you show him the caring and all that, but then, like you said, and any human we have, it pops up. And so you get guarded too, but you're just like, but he's a mirror for you too, right? And so the stuff that's coming up, I loved, and there was something earlier today that I read that is coming up now, and obviously this was for this moment, which is the best thing that you can do, that any of us can do in a relationship, is work on ourselves. And I love that because um, we're seeing through our eyes, and when we change, then our world changes because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And so when we're looking at if we're being feel like we're being rejected by someone, then I ask myself, "Oh, how am I rejecting myself somehow? Let me look at that." And I do focus on that, and then things tend to work out. Yeah, exactly. We don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. Right? There is. It's a wonderful battle, right? Yeah, ourselves keeping us alive. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful analogy, Miriam. So, that's how he currently feels and how he feels about you. I mean, he's interested, but he's also has got all that snake that he fears is going around because the other person was nice in the beginning too, until they wrapped themselves around him and then started squeezing him to death. So I like that for you. If you have more questions, pop them down there. I'm gonna go on to Pedra Luna and hello, hello. You would love any guidance on your tarot business? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Of all things, they want to do a numerology guidance card for you. So let's take a look and see what that comes up here. Great, thank you. I'm so glad you are still hanging out here. So let's take a look and see what advice. Okay. Synchronicity. So, um, obviously, you know all about synchronicity, but there is this message that's coming in, um, of course, that you are going to see just all these signs and synchronicities. You're just going to see all this stuff line up, and you're just like, whoa. And that is the guidance. That is the, push. I want to use the word push. It's reinforcement. They're like, yes, you're on the right path. You're heading the right direction. I do want to pull some tarot cards for you, of course. How could we not pull tarot cards for advice on a tarot business? Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. So what else would you like? Please. Okay, no, none of those. Okay. All right. So you have a few cards that popped out. The first ones that showed themselves, you do have the Five of Wands. So you do have this energy change that's coming here from from feeling like conflict to moving over to feeling like from a place of love. Yeah. Yeah, signs will definitely guide you. And trust your intuition on decisions to be made. Close your eyes so you can see, which you know that. And then you have, yeah, so you have judgment, which is karma in this one. So you do have a calling from your higher self, on here. There we go. So trust that calling, trust your higher self. You do have, I usually look at that as double endings and double new beginnings. You've had so much that's falling away out of your life, which is freeing you up to head in the direction that you are wanting to go, and kind of feel like you're doing like major decluttering in your life in a lot of ways. Yeah. They're telling you, don't listen to other people, stay on your authentic path. Because the Three of Pentacles, normally for me, the story that they gave me, which is pretty cool, was they had like there's usually three people on the Three of Pentacles, right? And so you're creating this beautiful work of art, and then there's two people. One person's the people that are the backstabbers and the dream busters that are going, why are you doing that? You'll never do good at that. That's not sensible. You're not going to make any money that way. You should do this instead. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. We're like, put them outside the circle. And then you have the other person who is the supporter of what you're doing, and they're like, "We're so happy for you. You're going to do so well. Here's some money to help you." They're just really in your corner, and that person can actually more powerfully pull you off your authentic path, a lot of times unwaringly, because they'll say, have you ever thought of doing it this way? And because you don't want our little child self likes the support, it doesn't want them to join those naysayers and those other people. We'll be like, well, okay, I'll adjust it that way, even though inside we're going, no, I don't want to do it that way. And so it's really this message about keeping to your authentic path and keeping the way you want to do it with your connection. And it doesn't mean that we don't listen to other people, because sometimes p- you know creator and spirit will speak to through someone else, like we're like pounding going, how can I get this done? I don't know how. And someone comes up, hey, have you thought of doing that? And you're like, oh, but that synchronicity, there it is, this answer came right when you needed it. But outside of that, when people are, and you'll know in your heart when they're, the outside, it's like, don't depend on outside people's support and words and actions and validation. Find it all from inside. Yeah, because you have the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands is um I love the way they have it here, because it doesn't look like a burden in this card. Sometimes the 10 of Wands will show people like, oh, and they're like carrying so much weight. But the 10 of Wands for you in this one represent that you've done the work. They basically planted everything, they grew it, they harvested it. And the 10 of Wands is kind of like the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you're getting the energetic reward for the stuff that you've done. So just keep going. It takes time for things to grow and to, you know, um, I'm hearing, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. And we're like, huh, if only it could work a different way. But so it's like them saying, be patient. You're on the right path. Keep going. Be open to the synchronicities around you. And it's going to be obviously rewarding. So keep going. We need all of those messages coming from spirit into the world. There's billions and billions of people here. So they need as many messages as we can get, right? So thank you for that. If you need more, pop additional questions, we'll be sure to look into that. And then I thought, yeah, Miriam, you want to know, will you and him reconcile? Let's take a look here. One more time. All right. Well, thank you. you know, it's like a muscle, right? The more you use it, the more clear it becomes. I've learned to shut up and listen with a 2x4 to my head. Okay. So Miriam got 3 cards. Let's see from his. So let's see if I can get that. There it goes. It says girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. I don't think so. You got self-indulgence. So this is you. That was his energy. This is yours. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Yeah. Then you got cassette, which is outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So yeah, it's like his energies, he's moved on. He's kind of uh better off alone. He's like, I'm just gonna stay single for now. And then yours is about really self nurturing, doing your shadow work, looking at you. Don't play that, the same things over and over and over in your head. Really look into what this situation brought for you, because it wasn't happening to you. This was happening for you. So you can look at it. It sounds like more like a maybe. I don't think so, Miriam. It's like, um, I kind of feel now with those that clarifying question there when we were looking at, his masks and his that woman with the snake, and he felt, um, just wrapped up and like he was almost dying from the pressure of the past. That he's just like he's not ready. He needs to do his inner work, and I kind of feel like that's the mirror that it both came up is like, no, we're not ready. I want to look inside of me because this is what he's seeing, and he can't move on there. Um, because with you doing your inner work in the cassette, playing it over and over and over and over, it's like it's almost like there's the same song that's playing, and it's just and I speak from experience with this, which they're reminding me, thanks, is that I kept attracting the same type of person over and over again because I didn't uh, look inward. I just kept, and it's like the lesson is repeated until it is learned. Like I kept attracting the same messenger, the same mirror. I kept on seeing, no matter where I went, there I was. So I kept on seeing the same thing in the relationships. And each one kept showing me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then suddenly, didn't attract that type of person anymore. And so it's like I feel like that's what this was for. It was another spark for you to go, yeah, I, I don't want that anymore. Like I used to track people who had just gone through something tragic that they needed, rescuing. The hero inside of me was like, yes, another victim that I can go rescue. Oh my gosh, over and over and over. I eventually had to declare bankruptcy because I would go rescue people and co-sign for cars for people and all that, and it was self-destructive, right? Toxic for me. But eventually, bing, big light went off, and then suddenly I wasn't attracted to that anymore. If it's like almost like I had um what is it, what do they call it when you like a self test after like you do a chapter and they have you make sure you learned your lesson. I had people that came into my life and I'm like, no, I was like, ugh. It became a turnoff when people were in a victim mode. I'm like, here's a number for a counselor, you go check with them. I'm not going to be the one to rescue you. So right. Ta-da! Yeah, epiphany. So hopefully that helped, Miriam, and just know that it's for you. This is a time for you to find that power within. So I love that. Let's keep going down here. Hey, Helene, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I don't have any more questions down there. If anyone new has come in and you have additional questions, or anyone else that was asking questions, if you have more, want anything else, feel free to pop them down. I am going to pull just a random one here. Actually, I will do Helene first here. Okay, very good. The energy around your transition awakening. Excellent, excellent. And for that, okay, I do want the oracles of the unicorns. They want to talk to you. So we'll take a look here. See what energy is around that. Right. Okay. Don't worry, you don't get 10 cards. You're like, wow, a lot of energy around there. And for anyone else that has joined since I made my last announcement about, I do have a lot of giveaways that I have going on. I have one, today's the last day to enter it for my drawing tomorrow. but I have a playlist for giveaways down in the description box. So if you want to check those out and sign up for them, there's a lot of good giveaways. So you have the friendship card here, which says seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Wow. So you're being called out to out of your temple, out of your cave, maybe. Which for me, being an introvert, when I get that, I'm like, I don't think that's right. I think you need to reshuffle. Anyway, but this unicorn is calling you to surround yourself with positive people who love you, accept you, and support your desire to grow. As you accelerate on your spiritual path, it is important that you are connected with like hearted souls who share your vision for an abundant, happy life full of magic and possibility. Laughter and fun within these friendships will help you to raise your vibration and attract positive encounters through your uplifted energy. At present, you may feel influenced or held back by friends or family who are stuck in their own judgments and limitations. See any patterns or wounds they are mirroring back to you as a gift. Be willing to do the inner work to overcome those patterns for yourself. Forgiveness will help you move forward faster than resentment. So bless them, forgive them, and then let them go. If you release relationships, it may create a space in your life. And for a time, you may feel as if you are journeying alone while your new soul family finds you. Use this period to go within and deepen your love for yourself. Trust and know that you are worthy of a wonderful group of companions who support each other. This card encourages you to follow your guidance to new places or attend events where you are likely to meet people from your soul group. Remember, they are looking for you just as you are for them. It will be a beautiful reunion when you recognize each other. So, yeah. So it's time, but it's good because they are calling you to find your soul group and you know uh, let those individuals who are they were in your life on purpose for a purpose, but they've served their purpose. So I like that. That could be why you've been introverted. Is you're like, yeah, I cut all of that out, and now I'm just recovering. But now they're like, come on, come here. And there's a wonderful group of people here too. So maybe this is your soul group. We're like, hey, come on in. So I do love that for you. I do want to pull a couple more cards here. Cool. Yeah. Let me see what else they want you to know about the energies there. Cool. And Miriam, I'll circle back around after I'm done, and we'll take care of that one. We'll see if that was what that was about. So, what else do they want you to know about the energy here? No. Well, you had the Hierophant pop out. Da-da! You're moving on up in your spiritual knowledge and wisdom, your ability to connect to others too. You can see how you have people down here that are looking up to your wisdom and your enlightenment. You're attracting people, even though they look shadowed. You would do attract people's shadow to you. I mean, that's like what happens with our light, right? But you are, so that 5 is changing. So it definitely is this kind of upgrade feeling. Yeah. And you have the Princess of Wands. So you do have that Page of Wands, new energy coming in, new levels, new power, new messages too coming in. So you definitely have been doing that um, super focus in that, in your little temple that you went into. You've been doing that connection. You've been reaching out. That alone time has really helped you get a lot of clarity around your energy as well. So that energy that's coming in is a direct result of that inner work that you've been doing and the clearing of all that. Oh yeah, clearing it out a lot. Yeah. So you were doing a lot of emotional work, looking at all the emotions that you had felt in the past. I know that's not normally what this is for here, but you have been really, the star here is you connecting to your higher self, and I love how you're just kind of like, yep, I okay, now I know why I felt that. Now I know why I felt that, and you were like looking over, doing a lot of that reflection about your past emotions and what you felt around things, and you're just like, ah, I see the truth in it. Too funny. I don't know why. Was it I think they showed me it was something like Dune, the old movie, the original Dune, if you ever watched that. There was someone like, "Oh, I see the truth in that." And they're like, "Oh, wow, he is the one." Wow, and then you also have the Princess of Pentacles, so Page of Pentacles, so new opportunities, new communication, was coming from the outside world. Yeah, there you go. Ending of major cycles, beginning of new ones. So that's what it's all about here. You've been doing all that work and doing all that reflection and putting in all the energy and the effort, and you're definitely moving up to the new level. So that's what all this energy has been around is, putting things out there. So yep, actually, yep. What Marion said there, Aaron. Just pop your question down below. If you don't want to put it out in public, you can just say you want a general reading. I'll pull cards, and Spirit knows, and I'll answer it for there as well. So hopefully that brought you what you were looking for there, understanding that transition, that awakening that you're going through. You're moving on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Not meaning that you're passing, you're just moving up in your spiritual level. Gotta be careful how I say things, right? So I love that. And then let me just go down here a little bit. And oh yeah, so we were gonna ask, yeah, absolutely. So Aaron, I will get to you next. I'm just gonna follow up on Miriam. We were asking, what was this woman and the snake about? So yeah, I'm gonna use these cards. And of course, this is about him and what he went through. So we'll see how much they'll share because some of it's none of our business. When I find out, I'm like, can we know about that person? They're like, why do you need to know that? Well, how about how it reflects on us? How does it impact us? Did it have anything to do with you? Wow. Yeah. So here's the Queen of Wands. So there was someone in his life that was very, very dominating. And they even have like all these hands. It was like they couldn't get out of their grip. Again, they just felt so um it's like they went to hug and he's like he thought it was going to be this wonderful thing with them because they had this beautiful painted on smile and they're like, come here. And if you've ever watched, they're showing me like an old I think it was like one of those kung fu movies that I watched in kung fu theater on Saturdays. But there was, like one of the demon ladies was luring a guy in. She's like, "Oh, come here, come in." And when he was in the grip, the other, four hands grabbed him and held him tight, and he felt like he couldn't escape, and he felt just overpowered and used and not really abused, just like um didn't care about his feelings. It was all about them instead of him. And it was such a pressure. Like I said, if you can imagine yourself a giant boa constrictor that covers your whole entire body and is squeezing you, that's how he felt. Yeah, one sided and just like used, like he was going to be lunch, you know, and he was like, no, I'm not something that's possessed, I'm not something that's consumed. And so that just turned him off, and it was very frightening because they were so controlling. It's almost like they couldn't get out of their grip, almost like stalking, where wherever he went, there was people that they knew, or they were there, or they showed up at places, and texting and calling and showing up at their work and giving him gifts, but not really, it's like uh re-gifting. They didn't I kind of feel like they didn't even give him gifts, like, they just gave him something someone else gave him. So they weren't putting a whole lot of effort into it. So that's what it's like ugly, right? Bleh, bleh. But it was for him again, because he needed to see his worth. That was the mirror which he was seeing, because he doesn't feel that uh, much worth about himself, and so that's what the relationship came in to show him, that how he felt about himself. And he'll continue to interact and see that mirror until he does his inner work too, right? So, all right, Aaron. So let's move on to Aaron. Will your YouTube channel be successful? Let's find out. Let's take a look here. Which one are they guiding me to here? Actually, I do want to use these True Heart first. Yeah, we'll look into that too, Aaron. Yeah, Miriam, um, if only people could see themselves through the eyes of the creator, right? And just see how amazing that they are. But a lot of that stuff that happens to us, there's all this subconscious stuff that happened to us when we were younger that's just bouncing around underneath. If we don't do our inner work, all those programs are still running, even though they're minimized on our computer, making a lot of noise. And we're like, why is Mary Poppins playing in my head? Well, it's because you went on a Mary Poppins website playing it and you minimized it. It's still playing down there. So that's all, that stuff is still down there. It could be how he was treated by his mother, his sisters, his aunts, any kind of female nurturer in his life when he was growing up. That just sets those echoes that just keep echoing and echoing and echoing until we deal with it. So yeah, exactly. Healing the trauma. All right, Aaron. All right, Aaron. Okay, we'll focus on you now. So will your channel be successful? We'll look at that one first. Okay, you got two. Well, I am thinking that is possibly a yes. Because you also have the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So, you have two important cups cards, emotional cards. So you do feel this emotional fulfillment that is coming in. And the Knight of Cups is this, of course, what do knights do? They quest. And so the Knight of Cups is in the quest for the Holy Grail, for unconditional love, for the chalice. And so there is this action and this movement that's happening around your emotions, around that fulfillment. And I kind of want to pull another card on that, because I feel like kind of what's happening is you're changing your emotional approach around it, with all of that. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So you are balancing your heart and your mind. So your understanding is coming in there, that it's like it doesn't happen overnight, but you are going, I get it. I get it in my head. Even though my heart is like, oh, I want to jump, to the future when it happens. It's like your head understands, your heart, and this balancing is coming in, and you're just taking it a step at a time. Sorry. So we'll take a look here. And so you also want to know, will you make money from the channel? And will it help with the book? Okay. Okay, so you got three cards here. Let's see what we got. So you've got, okay, you got the Four of Wands, which is stable energy and celebration, a partay. And you've got the King of Discs, which is the King of Pentacles, which is generally a good sign of abundance. So I feel like that is what's going to happen there, because you also have the Hanged Man, which is seeing things from a different perspective. And I feel like with the book, um, if the book has to do with a different perspective, a spiritual perspective, a higher perspective, a wise perspective, or if it has to do with hanging upside down from trees, then yes, I would say that um, I feel like you're sharing knowledge, you're sharing a different perspective, you're sharing something from a different point of view. Um, so I would say that yes, that does help. They like very work very well together and complement each other. You know, like your channel draws people to the book, and the book draws people to your channel, kind of thing. Um, so I feel like that is part of the process there. I kind of feel like I want to pull a oracle card for you too. Yes, we want to do a shaman's dream. Oh, excellent. Well, pop your channel link down in here, Aaron. Please feel free to put your a link to your channel. Um, although I guess clicking on your name would take you there. Duh. We are on YouTube. So yeah, be sure to check out her channel. I know I will after this. Oh, okay. Okay, good. I don't feel as stupid now. So it's called Encouraged by Aaron. Oh, I love that. So that's cool. Oh, how funny. You got the wailing tree. So you had the tree, um, the hangman from a tree, and now you have the wailing tree, which is all about reconciliation. So let's take a look here and see what message comes with that. So it says when you encounter the wailing tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. Oh, you have that deck too. That's great. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walk away from it and into something new. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. Oh, so do it all now. Look at it all squarely and honestly and stay with your feelings. Life is not either or, it's both and this and that. So as you dive, oh yeah, so it's this and that. Your website, I mean, sorry, your YouTube channel and your book. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet, like all things, this will pass soon enough and you'll be more enriched by the experience. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, dealing with the loss, of those things that it was like, okay, that was good. And then, other things will come back around that will be reinvented, re-energized, and take a different form on your channel and in your book as well. I kind of feel it too. There's this um, allowing things to unfold that there were when I was reading that, when I worked in corporate life, I would work my butt off to try to get and exceeds because you get a higher raise. And the harder I worked for it, the lower my scores would go. And I'm just like, what? And then I said, fine, I'm not going to worry about it. And I just focused on enjoying the moment and doing what I did. Boom, bonuses, raises, promotions. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And I kind of feel like that for you too. It's like focus on what you love, and the other stuff will come, and so enjoy what you're doing, focus on enjoying the moment and the process, not so much the destination where you want to get to, and that type of thing. It's like, yeah, come back to here, and yeah, and let go those things, let those things go. Enjoy the moment, do what you love, and the results happen within themselves. Just pay attention to spirit when they tell you to do something. Do something. Do what you love. Do what you love. Do what you love. Do what you love. So love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So hopefully that gave you all the answers that you were looking for. I'm very excited for that. In fact, before I forget, let me just gonna grab your. Oh, there it is. Encouraged by Aaron. So I already forgot. I'm just gonna put it on a little note here, so lest I forget, because like you said, life can get chaotic. Encouraged by Aaron. Oh, okay. So you haven't made any videos. Oh, okay. So there we go. Okay, very good. Well, we can at least follow you and put on the alarm bell so we'll get notified when you make your first video. All right, and then thank you, my baby love, for hanging out. And you wanted to know, will you be successful as a full-time stock trader? Well, let's take a look here. And I do want to use the Witch's Tarot here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it can take a while to build, and you know, so I'm having my YouTube subscriber marathon because I just want to, and I love doing these lives and getting out there, and um, doing all my giveaways and doing that stuff. It's like living your dream, living your life. But the moment I start focusing on like, am I getting my numbers or not? I lose people, which is funny, right? And then when I'm like, oh no, no, focus back on what you love, it's a brrr. And I'm like, when am I gonna learn that lesson, right? By repetition. All right, so let's take a look here. Baby love and stock trading. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, you have the 10 of swords here, which swords are all about your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities. And don't worry, this is not a bad card, even though it looks horrible, right? These are all the expectations. These are all your small t truths that we're holding on before around success and around what you're doing. And you're ready for for a change of mindset. You are letting go of old ways of thinking about things and moving on to a new one. Yeah, you do have the Ace of Cups. So you are filling up and overflowing from the inside out, though, not so much the outside in. Let's see what this other one is. Yeah, because you have the Seven of Swords. So you've got a lot going on in your mind here. The Seven of Swords represents the deceiver or thief. And for me, because it's the sword suit, it's not so much a warning about other people as it is an awareness around your thoughts and your beliefs that are deceiving you, that are stealing from your life, that are making you know, not the way I look at it. Let me rephrase this a little bit. If you think of like a Six of Swords as six, like three on either side, there's this beautiful flow of mentalness and ideas and thinking, and then a seven comes along and puts something right in the middle that stops the flow. And so there's this mindset, there's this way of looking at things that has you blocked, and it's come into this path and not letting you around it because it wants you to face this core thought and belief that's going on inside. And it has a lot to do with trying to live up to everyone else's expectations, because that's what this represents. Is you got all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that are exhausting you, and they're betraying you, they're stabbing you in the back. These thoughts, these things that were supposed to make you feel happy and like you've um, been successful and stuff, have just disappointed you instead, and if instead drawn blood and made you feel exhausted. And so with these both popping up here, it's like there's this mentality that's coming in around this, uh, doing the stock trading, and because this Ace of Cups, like I was saying, is about you becoming open, and you become the chalice where you allow yourself to receive from the creator and from the heavens and from the spiritual realm, instead of trying to fill yourself up. And when you open up to that, then you fill up and everything overflows. Everyone else gets the overflow. But I kind of feel like there's this change of mindset where, I usually compare it to like a giant barrel. Like we think of ourselves as a barrel, and at the bottom we allow all these people to um, put their pipelines into us, and we're giving away all our energy. We're never feeling full because we're constantly giving to everything outside of us, that we feel drained and we feel exhausted. And then we even can get resentful that why are people like sucking my life force out of me? But when we take away all those expectations, we take away all those little pipelines at the bottom of the barrel, we become a chalice. And then we get to feel full, and everyone, they don't get our life force, they get the overflow. So we feel whole, we feel full, healthy, and everyone else gets the overage. We're not like giving away all our food and starving to death. We eat first, and the extras we give away. We give away the leftovers. And I kind of feel like that's what's, coming into play with this, is that um th- they're wanting you to know this drive behind being successful in the stock trader. um it doesn't feel like it's coming from within you. It almost feels like it's all this trying to meet all these external expectations of things, and that it's not fulfilling for you. It's making you feel empty, and there's this other thing that you want to do instead. But so I don't know if that resonates or not. Okay, very good. Well, I don't see any other questions. Does anyone else have anything else? I'm almost coming up on 2 hours, so I'll probably be heading off here momentarily. But I will be back tomorrow on YouTube at noon, Instagram at 5. All this is all mountain time, and then also on Sunday at noon on YouTube. Okay, let's take a look here. What should you do to bring in money? Okay, what guidance do you have on income? Okay. So you have the 8 of Cups. So you're already doing this, right? You're leaving behind those emotions that are no longer serving you. So you're leaving behind those things that aren't uh, bringing anything in for you. And you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is, of course, new ideas, new communication coming from the outside world. So you're going to be getting this soon. You're going to be getting some ideas, new opportunities coming in that are going to bring you the coin, right? You also have the King of Swords. So double air energy, right? So the king rolls over air, and all the kings have air. So double air, all this mind, all this. I just really feel like, and you can even see the butterfly on there, right? So new ideas, new ideas are just going to be coming in your mind. I almost feel like all these opportunities, like opportunities come in your mind is just going like, oh, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. So pay real attention to what is being dropped into your mind and those opportunities that are coming from the outside world, because you will have those come forward there. Okay, we can take a look here. See if waitressing. Whoa, pshoo. Card came flying out. Yeah. So you had the Wheel of Fortunes. So you definitely have this change of events coming. Um, yeah, but you never know. I that waitress scene, that I mean, as soon as you said that, that Wheel of Fortune popped up, fated events coming in. And you can look at that. I mean, because you also had the Three of Swords, which is all about expectations. You got the Three of Pentacles, which is about keeping doing your authentic self, doing what you're wanting to do because you have a gift to bring, all this creativity. Yeah, and another eight. So you are definitely ready to leave behind old thoughts, old ways of thinking, and those types of things to do that. But it's like I kind of feel like follow your heart, follow your gut, and um, like with waitressing, if you feel that is what's drawing you, then I definitely would look into that, because as soon as you said that, like I said, the it came out. And the one thing about waitressing is that you will make and you will meet a bunch of different people, but you also don't take the job home. You're there and you're gone. Spirit can bring in big tippers, and you can make a bunch of money. And it's all about trusting and allowing it to unfold there. Let's take a look here. Bring in any cases. I'm not sure what that means, but I know they know what you mean. Will you be able to bring in any cases? Okay. Yeah, so you've got the Eight of Swords popped up again, but this time with the Knight of Swords too, which it's like you're in search of higher truths, and you're cutting away the small t truths, the small thinking, all that thoughts that are connected to the what I call the small t truths, which are those that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. And so you're really learning to let go of the fears of what things mean, and what the supposed to be's and the should be's and the need to be's and have to be's. Because that Knight of Swords is on a quest for the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. While at the same time, it's like a double edged sword. It allows you to cut away old thoughts and old beliefs that are rooted in fear instead. And so you are ready for this movement up, because that Eight of Swords shows that you're identifying those thoughts and beliefs that were the old way of thinking, that you're ready to let go and to move on there. Um, yeah, and I see a Three of Wands. This is a change of direction, so you are definitely moving your energy in ways that you hadn't before, which makes sense with what you're talking about there too, because you're just um, ready. It's like you're ready to stop existing and trying to do what everyone else is thinking is the right thing to do. And you're really starting to focus in on what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. You know, and in anything, you're focusing so much on your intuition and developing that. It's about getting quiet. It's if you have a decision to make, it's like the Two of Swords. Close your eyes so that you can see. Try to get out of your head Are you an air sign by chance? I'm a sun air sign, so I get it. Yeah. So you have the Ace of Cups, which is about become the chalice, receive from above, overflow, fill up first, and you'll overflow out to others. But really, it's about coming back to your heart, coming back to you. Yeah. Okay. Virgo is it as well. You have a lot of air in your chart, which makes sense. But yeah, I have a lot of Virgo friends. So they also get into their head because, of course, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is akin to Gemini's. It's all that thinking, all get yeah, because you have again the Knight of Swords, that pursuit of truth, that pursuit of truth. So, um, yeah, but I feel like opportunities are gonna, you're gonna have a lot of good thoughts coming in, ideas, a lot of opportunities coming from the outside world. But yeah, I keep on saying, close your eyes, so that you can see. So I love that. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this session out. But as I said, I'll be back tomorrow on here at noon Mountain Time. And then 5 p.m., I'm going to go live on Instagram. And then again on Sunday, I'll be back here at noon as well. So thank you guys so, so much. It's definitely an honor connecting to the spirit world for you. Appreciate your love and your being here, and the support you all give each other. It's just truly just feel the love. I feel the love. So you guys have a great night, or a great day, depending on where you're at in the world. And we'll be seeing you soon. In the meantime, always remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. So you guys hang in there. Love you much, and we'll see you soon. You guys take care.